Today, I'm going to discuss inside crypto viruses. Does anyone know what the Cryptolocker, CryptoWall, CryptoDefender, any of the crypto viruses are? No? Then it's a good thing I really slowed this presentation down. The Cryptolocker, CryptoWall, CryptoDefense is, in the 15 years of myself working in network security, one of the most ingenious yet devastating viruses that I've seen. There is a company that I'm currently working with that their data has been held hostage for the last 3 weeks as we're working on recovering the data. To give you an idea, when you're talking of a company going down for 3 weeks, losing their data, it's crippling to them. And this is after they paid a ransom of $850 to get the key to unlock their data. Other companies, there's been police departments that have paid the ransom. There are people that have not paid the ransom and just started over, or they have the proper backups in place to restore the data properly. So inside crypto viruses. First, I have to start off with a pretty picture of me, just because I'm fooling myself. No. I have a strong background in business network infrastructure and security applications. I've worked in IT for over 15 years. I worked at the Patriot News, and I still write a Penn Live tech blog today. So my tech talk to the average Joe talk is very strong. Currently, I work at IntermixIT, which is my employer, and I do the same sort of thing with a focus on the healthcare industry. So really there's more HIPAA compliance, there's more PCI compliance. Security is more and more important in every field today than ever. I also serve on multiple committees for the Harrisburg Young Professionals. I was a past president of HYP Toastmasters, thanks for coming. And I'm currently the PR committee chairman for Central Pennsylvania Basketball Officials Association. So a little background on me. What are crypto viruses? I think this one sums it up. Your data is held hostage. A crypto virus is a form of ransomware, which is a type of malware that is going to encrypt files and folders on your computer system and demands a ransom to get it back. Not only does it work on your local computer, but it will encrypt your USB drives, it will encrypt external hard drives, and it will encrypt network drives that you are attached to. So if you are attached to the public drive, the company drive, your user drive, your whole company library on a PC, your entire network becomes crippled. This slide is very shambolic intentionally. What I did here is the latest variants of the crypto actually is going to encrypt over 130 file types, from HTML files to PDFs to ASPs to your documents, your RAW files, your Excel, JPEGs, GIFs, over 130. For the WebFX people, it encrypts certificate files. So if it hits your email server and someone was shared out with their certificate for your email server could go down. There's a lot of nasty things that it is encrypting, and ultimately it comes down to really just taking its time, planning on it, only giving people the shares what they need, really organizing and structuring for the security. PSD, your Photoshop files, Access database files, yeah, there's a million of them. Even the PowerPoint stuff that we're working on here. Now in the news, you can see, this one right here was one of the last articles I wrote, ransomware viruses that hold encrypted files hostage again on the rise. I've written, I think, 4 or 5 articles now for Penn Live on this topic. It was first discovered in September 2013. So if you think it is now more than a year after, give take, it's been quite some time since this virus has been out. And it's still affecting more than 1,000 computers a day. Ransomware targets Microsoft Windows XP and newer computers. So if you're running Windows, you're in trouble. If you're running Mac, you're safe, for now. Some of the latest variants that actually came out just this last weekend, version 4 of it, are actually starting to target Android smartphones. So your Android smartphone potentially could get this virus. It could be encrypted. It could lock up the pictures, your family pictures, your contact list. There's no telling what they're trying to embed this in and really what they're working with. Ransomware is most commonly introduced in a network via phishing email. Who knows what a phishing email is? A couple people, I like it. A phishing email is, that email that comes in that says, hey, give me your social security number. You can trust me, and you give it to them. The top 6 countries affected by Game Over Zeus: United States, Italy, 13%, 12%, the UK, 7%. The virus is serious. Absolutely. The latest variants are designed to encrypt 137 common file types. Ransomware is undetectable by the latest antivirus, anti-malware software. So it really comes to that first tier of defense on blocking it, be it with your firewall, be it with your router, is really how it's stopped. The latest variants of ransomware include the ability to remove and disable the built-in shadow copies, which is one of the base levels of Microsoft backups. It is built to disable Windows recovery tools. So if it is done on your computer, it will turn off Windows recovery, further pushing you to the point where, do I pay the ransom or do I not? Once encrypted, based on my experience with it, if you don't have a backup, you're paying the ransom. In my time, I've had 4 companies that have paid the ransom, and I've had 3 companies that I've worked with that have not because of proper backups. It is delivered by phishing. I just covered this. Dear customer, this is your bank. We forgot your social security number and password. Would you be so kind to share that with us? I really like this picture too. Don't take the bait. Protect your financial information. I just envision these guys sitting at computer monitors with the phishing rod. Come on, take the bite, take it. What to look for in a phishing email? Who's in the to from? Who's the to address? Who's the from address? Is it irs.gov? Is it irs.com? Is it your company name, or is it your company name spelled wrong? I've actually done phishing attacks on companies that have hired me to do security audits, where I would purchase the domain name that was similar to theirs. So instead of WebFX, it might be WebEX. Now WebEx is obviously taken, but something similar that you just see that short URL. If I know someone that works there, it's even easier because I mimic that first initial last name or your email pattern. And it's amazing how many people don't look at the small spelling error. The to from address. Examine the URL. In every browser, you can do a mouse over and it's going to show you where that URL takes you. Does it really take you to your bank's website? Or is it your bank's website.com.org.uk.eu. something else? Just take the 3 seconds, mouse over, click it. Misspellings are common, but they're getting better and better. They have spell checker too. They understand that, hey, misspelling, they keep saying we spell our emails wrong. Their grammar is sometimes still horrible depending what country the origin is. But the ultimate question is, would you pay? And I think that really is what comes down to it. Do you have the backup strategy in place to thoroughly protect yourself? Is it a multi-tiered policy? Is the firewall protection in place to protect and secure your network? Some of the things that we do at IntermixIT to help protect your network is we do that multi-tiered on both the backup disaster recovery and also that forefront preventative maintenance. Some of the tools we do utilize, we utilize OpenDNS. OpenDNS is very popular right now because they detect every variant of the Cryptolocker and they block it before it even gets to your firewall. So OpenDNS is a great asset in the fight against Cryptolocker. Outside of that, the sonic wall, firewalls, Cisco firewalls. There are commands that can be added by your IT administrators that will actually detect it. It's not a guarantee, but it can at least detect it. Early signs is just knowing, hey, you go to open a file, hey, it comes up and says it's encrypted and you can't open it. This is where you want to just get on the phone with your IT person, say, hey, I'm having trouble, there's a file that's encrypted. The best thing then is, the IT guy's going to jump to action, because every time that phone rings and someone says they can't open a file, we assume it's a Cryptolocker now, and we try to find the machine and unplug it as quickly as we can. There's no pop-up on your computer until it's done decrypting. or encrypting. So it's running in the background on your computer, encrypting, until it's done, and then a nice page, hey, you've been encrypted. It's going to cost you $750 in Bitcoin. Who knows what Bitcoin is? Everybody knows. Well, mine is too, but it's okay. You don't know what it is? Bitcoin is an online currency that's very secure. If you've ever bought a Bitcoin, I give you props. I think the only time I ever bought Bitcoin was to save 2 clients. And it is not an easy endeavor, and I recommend typically just going on eBay, going on a Craigslist ad, find someone local that has some that's willing to sell. On the backup strategy, go multi-tiered. Be multi-tiered to the point that you have that shadow copy. You have an on-site backup. You have an off-site backup. Being multi-tiered prevents, and it gives yourself that extra backing, because Cryptolocker is only going to get more sophisticated, more advanced, as the security researchers get a little closer to breaking it down. Thank you.